Welcome to the Plush Life, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Rose.
And I'm John Oliver, and tonight is our Extreme Makeover show. We have two ladies and a couple, and you're going to watch them transform right before your very eyes.
And don't think makeovers are just for women, because the man in this segment is completely transformed by the end of tonight.
Amazing.
So we started months and months ago at the Medical Way with a medically supervised weight loss program. We took everyone to Hall & Rye plastic surgeons where they had scars removed and wrinkles and all kinds of fun stuff there. Rockstar Hair Studio, complete makeovers on hair, nails, manicures, pedicures, you name it, they had it. Then the women went to Joan Marie Fashions for great clothing. The man on the show went to Patrick James, which is a great place for men's clothes. We did, Tina Mokwau did everyone's makeup, and she's really, really amazing. So this is gonna really be something. DTR Fitness even did personal training to help with the weight loss portions.
And we're gonna start with Andrea tonight, so stick with us.
So Andrea, you've had a complete makeover, everything from weight loss to personal trainers, hair, makeup, clothes, Hall & Rye, Botox, injectables. I mean, you've really done everything at this point. How do you feel right now?
I feel like a queen.
You feel like a queen.
It's been phenomenal.
Oh, and so it's been a little over 2 months since we started. So we're just gonna walk through the process. Of course, we started with weight loss because that's what took the longest for most people. So we took you out to the Medical Way, and tell us a little bit about your experience out there.
Well, the Medical Way from start to finish was amazing. Every week I get to check in, and it's like having girlfriend time. You're very welcomed there. We do weigh-ins every week, so I look forward to my little receipt letting me know what my progress has been. The shakes, the bars, everything's been pretty tasty. I was nervous at first, but it's good.
She was encouraged by our staff and by the members in the group session, and toward the end she really started to get the hang of it. I also think when patients start seeing results, it gives them more motivation to stay on plan and to really stay on track. And that's when we started to see the ramp up in her weight loss. And it made a remarkable difference in how she felt. I think she is a more confident woman now, and I can see the light in her eyes when she walks into the room, and that's really gratifying for us.
So now, how much weight did you end up losing at the Medical Way?
I ended up losing 30 pounds.
That's a lot in 2 months, a little over 2 months.
It is, especially with exercise, because when you exercise, you tend to get a little more hungry, but if you time it right, everything sustains you quite adequately.
For Andrea, I recommended her to do core exercises, flexibility work, cardiovascular work, especially for her body type and her goals. Her progress was really good. She did really good, and she actually saw some results, lost a few inches, lost a little bit off the waistline, improved the strength, improved the balance and stability. Big deals, less pain. She had other issues in terms of physical limitations, and that improved too.
And then we went to Hall & Rye plastic surgeons next, because again, that's a little bit of a process. And they did some amazing things to your face.
I started with laser with Amy, which I had no idea what to expect, but the results were amazing.
When I met with Andrea, she had some more pigmentation concerns with her skin. She had what we call melasma starting around her mouth area, so she had a darker skin tone in that area. Also some pigmentation in through her cheeks. So with more pigmentation concerns, we did do that phototherapy treatment, again to help pull that pigment up to the surface of the skin, but then we did a deeper peel to really get rid of it on the surface. So Andrea had a little bit of downtime with her treatment. She was peeling for about 4 days, which she said was not bad and real easy to do, but her skin looks fantastic. After her peel, we did go back in and evened out the pigmentation with just some more of that phototherapy just to bring back the luminescence to her skin.
Then we moved over to Rena for injections, and I was very nervous about that, but so glad I did.
Yeah, I know you were a little hesitant, but you stepped it up and you did it. And would you do it again?
Absolutely. In fact, yes.
My first thought for Andrea was to do the nasolabial, also the chin, but then I noticed how nice and full her bottom lip was. So I wanted to match it, and so I gave her a little bit of filler in her upper lip, and also kind of lifted the corners of her mouth. with a Juvederm Ultra. We also did Botox between her brows and her crow's feet here on the side of her eyes.
So next stop was Rockstar Hair Studio to get a new hairstyle, and it's sassy and it's cute and it's
Very
fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I like it a lot. Devlin was very thorough with his consultation and made sure I was comfortable with every step, right down to the length of the bangs and what kind of a style I want and the upkeep and how much time I want to focus on it. So
It's a little bit more fashionable than what you had before. It's a little bit more sassy.
Yes.
We stayed with the dark tones because she's got an olive skin and dark eyes. By looking at the fleck in her eyes, I was able to tell that she can wear different colors. So we went with a golden brown over the top of a rich mahogany. I put in it's a pattern that I like to use a lot. That way you can do multiple colors, not a lot of highlighting, it's color blocking. That one also came out really cool because the way that the pattern that we put in there gave her some deep around her face. You know, she's got olive complexion, so I didn't want to go light and have her, you know, off color or change the tone of her skin too much. And the cut's really going to show where the colors melt into each other.
Then we headed down to Joan Marie's for some new fashion, and I love the dress. It's so you, and it fits perfectly and shows off your new 30-pound slimmer figure.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I enjoyed Joan Marie too. She had a great selection and she's very helpful.
What do you think of the quality of the clothing?
Very nice.
You can tell when you touch it.
Definitely, definitely. And it's very, I don't know, it fits in all the right spots.
So last but not least, we had Tina do your makeup, and she's my makeup artist on the Plush Life as well. And wow, I mean, your eyes are just popping, and your lips and your skin. I mean, it just really came together so beautifully. How do you feel? Do you feel like you look younger? Do you feel like you have more self-confidence? What's going through your mind now when you look in the mirror?
I definitely feel younger, more self-confidence, and I have more energy. And I think primarily that's what everybody wants, is just to get through the day a little simpler, a little easier.
Well, I had never met you before we started this makeover process, and it's been such a joy to just watch the transformation from beginning to end. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate you working with us on it and being willing to share your personal life with those of our viewers. I know how hard that is to do because I've been doing it a long time, but really thank you so much.
Oh, and thank you to Plush Life. You've changed my life.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Joan Marie, an image for every occasion. Playful. Classic. Casual. Professional. Elegant. Define your image at Joan Marie's.
Thank you for staying with us. We hope you're enjoying this show. We still have several more makeovers to come. And John, your married couple is up next.
You know, Michael and Patty went through a transformation. You're going to just want to sit on the edge of your seat here. You're not going to believe it. They've lost a ton of weight. They've changed, I think, everything about them, and they're excited. Their energy is just better.
That's right. So take a look at this.
I'm here with Mike and Patty, our couple makeover, and oh boy, what a journey they've been on. Can you guys tell us, give the viewers a little picture of where you came from and how you are today?
Well, the way we got where we are is I ended up sick in the hospital, and my doctor said I needed to lose some weight. So we started at the Medical Way. They told me about the program, and I brought my husband in, and
they had to sell me on it.
Yeah, he didn't want to try a weight loss program.
Sure.
But we got into their program there and lost a lot of weight between the two of us. Michael's lost over 50 pounds and I've lost about 60.
Oh my goodness, that's terrific.
I feel a lot better.
All right, 110 pounds between the two of you. All right, so if I'm watching this right now, I'm thinking, how do you really do that? What are some of the things they had you do, and what are the things you ate, and what was your lifestyle change?
Well, it's really simple.
The medical whey program, it consists of shakes and bars and some soup mixes, and then they augment that with normal food. I mean, we had salads, we had fish, chicken, your low-fat meats.
Because it's doctor supervised, it's tailored for each individual also. So we were allowed, it's a low-calorie diet, but it's nutritionally balanced, and we ate every 3 hours. So the first thing I noticed is it leveled out my blood sugar. No high highs, no low lows. And then because we were allowed to have some other food, we didn't feel deprived. It was really easy to stay on, and the food tasted good.
I absolutely recommend that couples come together. I think the success rate is far greater. We have had several couples come, and we find that those people do remarkably better than the average person who is struggling to lose weight yet cook meals for family members that are not on board with losing weight. One of the remarkable changes that I see is patients' ability to really embrace activity. When somebody is overweight, they don't want to move. They don't want to exercise. You can tell them that you need to go exercise and you need to get out there and do this and do that. But when you're overweight, that is such a difficult thing to do. When people start losing weight, I see this transformation in them. They're able to move. It doesn't hurt as much to move. It is not as tiring to move. And then they start to find things that they really love to do. They really find their community of exercise, is what I like to call it. And when they really embrace that, that's when I see these long-standing results.
What else did you have done?
Yeah, I had some Botox up here. Okay. And then some injections of filler, I guess, right here in my cheek. So
he had a big scar on his cheek.
Yeah, I had a huge scar right here, and it's gone.
Oh, well, that is amazing.
My first impression of Michael is he's actually quite attractive, and an easy fix, mainly with the Botox. You know, typical men in between their eyebrows are very thick, and they use it a lot. So they need a lot of Botox, but it does work. And then his forehead. I softened his forehead, and our goal here at Holland Rye is we want the forehead wrinkles gone, but yet able to move their eyebrows. So that is something we really work on. We worked on a scar that was on his left side parentheses, as you would say, and we can do Juvederm Ultra Plus, again the thicker one, and relieve scars that way. Michael, I think, looks fantastic and looks about 8 to 10 years younger. Men are definitely coming in more, other than the Botox, which is very common in between their brows. They're getting the parentheses here around their mouth. We kind of soften those.
So I understand you had some really long hair too.
I did.
All right, and then the full beard, played a little Santa Claus.
We didn't want to totally cover his gray, you know, because it's beautiful. He's got a killer head of hair. So what we did is we took and we blended it with it's a color for men. We blended the gray, left him a light neutral. We put some in the beard just to the end. He's got some dark coloring still, but I wanted to take, he's got a rocker flair to him that is in there. And when you see him, through this progress, you're gonna see that. So we blended his hair, and then I went through with a razor and cut all the old bleach out and gave him just a little bit of some movement in his hair. So he's not just ponytail Joe, he's got something going on. And then leaned him down. His goatee, took most of that off and leaned it out to give him a leaner, stronger look. Took him back, did some waxing on the eyebrows. Yeah, just kind of brighten his face up.
All right, Patty, where did you do?
Well, Devlin lightened up my hair just a little bit, put a little bit of highlights in it, but not a whole lot. He left most of it my natural color, and he did an awesome cut on it, which really gave it a lot more bounce, and they styled it up really nice. And we got our nails done while we were there too.
Oh, you did?
We actually did a pattern that I call mini partial. It's a great way to get a lot of color in a small space. The outgrowth is really soft, so it's not going to have really aggressive outgrowth lines, and the color's going to be soft. That's something that she can get touched up 3-4 times a year, because it's going to stay soft.
I love what I do, and I take everybody's personality into consideration, and I pick the best service for them, and we have a ton of fun. I get to know everybody really well.
Did you visit Dietrich and get some exercise in this?
Dietrich is awesome.
Yeah? All right, so tell the audience about Dietrich, because I know him and he is amazing.
He is. He's really awesome, and he's so positive in what he does. I really didn't think I was going to like to have a personal trainer. I thought that was going to be the person I was going to love to hate, but he actually makes it fun.
Okay, so part of a makeover is the clothes. Now, who are you guys wearing? Go ahead and tell me.
This outfit came from Joe Marie, and she just has a lovely store. It's in Franktown Square. I'd never been there, but she just has a wonderful selection of really nice fine clothes, and I was so happy to go there.
And she took you through and helped you
Oh, she
pick out
did.
the right
She helped me
outfit
find just the right outfit that would flatter the way I looked.
Beautiful. And Mike, who dressed you there?
I went to Patrick James down at Summit Mall, and they were, the young man there was very helpful.
Yeah, they take their time, don't they?
They do. They really do.
Yeah, okay. Makeup now.
Yeah, I've never had a facial or makeup done before, and I just thought this was awesome. And I don't know what to say. I'm just overwhelmed by it.
So did Tina do your makeup?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She did. She's really good. She seems to know a lot about what she's doing, and she did it just specifically the way it would look good on me.
One of my favorite makeup tips is to use some peach or pink blush and apply it on the higher part of the apples of the cheek. It kind of gives the face a lift and a more youthful glow.
All that being said, tell us what you think of each other. Mike, what do you think of your wife after this?
This is like being married to a brand new woman.
Oh,
it really is.
You can't say much nicer than that to your wife. All right, what about you?
Oh, I think he's hot.
He's hot? I know, and he told me earlier that he can't wait to go show it off.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, the makeup, the clothes, the entire process of taking care of yourself and eating right and exercising, proof's in the pudding. Thanks, Patty Mike. We appreciate you having me.
I came to Dr. Hall and Dr. Rye to have a mommy makeover. I feel amazing. I feel like a new woman.
We're great doctors. We're going to take care of you. We take care of patients.
Thank you, Dr. Hall and Dr. Rye. You made my world a better place.
Welcome to Rockstar Hair Studio, where everybody's treated like a rock star. Our carryout area can fit anybody's taste and their beauty budget. Give us a call, or you can visit us online, devlinsrockstarhairstudio.com. We do what we do at Rockstar Hair Studio because you deserve it.
Welcome back, and our next segment is somebody pretty special to me. It's my wife, Jennifer.
And boy, did I have a lot of fun with Jennifer. Actually, she had a really dramatic change, and you'll see it as you're watching, but she was a lot of fun. She was already a very beautiful woman, but boy, they just gave her some new light and some new life, took a few years off, and just gave her this really dramatic look. So stay tuned and take a look at this. So Jennifer, this has been quite a journey for you.
It has.
You look unbelievable.
Thanks.
Almost not even like the same person. What do you think about your new look?
I'm not really sure what to think of it yet. I'm just getting used to it, but I like it. I do like it.
You started at the medical way like everyone else did,
and
I heard you lost a few sizes.
I did. I went down 2 pant sizes.
That's a lot of sizes.
Process. It is.
Do you feel better?
I feel a lot better. And actually it's really nice because I can fit into some of my old clothes in my closet, which I wasn't able to fit into for a while. So that's really nice.
I think you told me that you have pants that you're wearing now that you couldn't get past your hips before.
That is true.
That's awesome.
That is true.
So what'd you think of the food and the experience out there?
The food of the Medical Way, I thought that it was great. There was no thinking about what you had to eat.
Yep.
It was very easy to maintain. It tasted great. I didn't have an issue with it at all. The food was the easy part.
Her main goal was to feel better and to look better. So we really focused on tweaking her diet just a little bit. She did some meal replacements, but not a full meal replacement plan. And I really emphasized exercise with her. Well, Jennifer was really happy with her results. She dropped body fat percentage, she increased muscle mass, she really made some changes in body composition, and that made a tremendous difference in how she felt and really how she looked.
So then we went to Hall and Rye.
Yes.
And that's where you got the lips, amongst other things. So what happened there?
Gosh, you know what? I went in as a blank canvas and I said, well, they said, well, what do you think you need? I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know what I need. Why don't you tell me what I need?
You know, with Jennifer, I just noticed that she had kind of a dull appearance. So mainly we just wanted to kind of brighten her up, smooth out the skin tone and texture. She had a little bit of pigmentation, but not a whole lot. So with her, we did what's called a photofacial treatment, where we started with a dermaplaning that goes through and takes off the dead skin on the surface. Then we did a phototherapy treatment to kind of bring up the pigmentation in the skin, allow that to slough off, and also just to do a whole cellular rejuvenation, really to brighten and kind of tighten her face in general. Over the top of that, we did a 20% glycolic peel just to take off any more dead skin on the surface and really just give her that glow to make her more youthful.
The first thing I noticed to improve Jennifer was her side profile. I wanted to bring out her mouth a little bit more even with her nose and her chin, and then I also brought out her chin with filler. When we're increasing lips, we typically use Juvederm. We use the thinner version, Juvederm Ultra. It lasts about 8 months to a year. Sometimes they can get a touch-up after 6 months, but typically 8 months to a year. In reconstructing Jennifer's chin, we use Juvederm Ultra Plus, and that again lasts about 8 months to a year. Yeah, we worked on kind of some issues that bothered her, the wrinkles between her eyebrows, the glabella, and her crow's feet. I think the final look I gave Jennifer is very natural. I think that's most important to me, is you can use these fillers and just look natural and refreshed.
They have like completely reshaped your face. Like your face looks like it's a different shape now.
Yes, yes.
It's crazy.
It is.
Without surgery.
Right.
Which is the really incredible thing.
And it lasts a year or two. I mean, it lasts years.
It's not something you have to go back and do in 3 months.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah. I have a scar. Doesn't really show anymore because they filled it in. When they were doing all of my things, they went ahead and they can actually fill in scars, which is really nice.
Yeah. So after Hall and Rye, you went to Rockstar Hair Studio.
I did.
And that's where we got
where we got the new hair.
Dark hair,
yes.
Layers, bangs. What do you think?
I love it. I think it's fun.
When Jennifer first came in, the very first thing I thought was, here's this gorgeous woman who's just being overshadowed by how much curl she has in her hair. So the first thing that we decided we wanted to do was do a keratin smoothing treatment to take that curl and kind of make it a little bit more under control, make it easier for her to style. She also had some outgrown blonde highlights, and it was just a little too harsh on her skin tone. So we wanted to make sure that we went in and went a little bit closer to her natural, took her to a nice warm chocolate brown, and added in some really pretty mahogany, so that way it added a lot of dimension to it. It needed a lot more movement, so we went in and we made sure that we took off anything that didn't need to be there and gave her a lot of layering, a lot of volume, and a lot of fun to her haircut.
You know, it gives you a real dramatic appearance now, like you kind of resemble Cleopatra. It's just stunning.
It's different. It's definitely different. But I like it.
Yeah. Now, you'd never been to Joan Marie's before, is that correct?
I'd never been to Joan Marie's.
And
I love it. I love
It's
it. Yes.
so
She has
you-
great clothes.
And I believe you purchased the outfit you're wearing
I did.
because you liked it so much.
I did. I did. I love it.
And we're
she just has
matching.
great quality, wonderful clothes.
Yeah, I absolutely love her as well. And then, of course, Tina did your
Tina did my makeup.
And she again went with the dramatic look.
I did a cat eye and I used a liquid liner. And you know, sometimes people have trouble applying a cat eye because of the lines getting crooked, whatnot. So what I do is draw one on first with pencil and then I go over it with liquid liner. And you get the little wingtip that adds a little glamour. And then I put on a little red lipstick and that just did it right there.
It's not something I see myself as. I see myself as more the girl next door. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I always keep everything very natural and plainer, I guess. And it's kind of nice. I've never really even considered doing this bold of a move. But
Well, you know why they all chose it for you. Because you can totally pull it off. You've got the features
Right.
and what they need to work with to pull off that kind of a look. And it just gave you a whole new fashionable, like you came right out of Vogue.
it's fun. It's definitely, as I said, it's definitely taking, I look at myself in the mirror and I think, who are you?
What are the changes that you like the most?
Oh, I know that I really like the dark hair.
Oh,
I definitely really like the dark hair. And the lips. I think I really love the lips.
Medical Way is great. It changed my life and it can change yours too. I lost 30 pounds in a couple of months and then found out I was pregnant, and I've now lost 60 pounds. Trying to find jeans now, I can actually go into a store and buy off the rack, which I've never done before. I can do anything now. I can take care of my son and crawl around on the floor with him, which I never would have been able to do with my other weight. I'm healthy now and I look great.
We had so much fun on tonight's show. We hope that you all enjoyed the makeovers. I can personally say that I've used every one of our sponsors tonight. They do wonderful work, and I was so impressed with all the makeovers that we showed this evening.
You know, watching our sponsors is pretty impressive. I had no idea some of the things that they could do, but it was like magical. They took people from here to there, and I know they have so many more talents, and I learned a lot about it. It was neat.
Absolutely, it was great. And we are going to have to close our old Facebook page. We're going to start a new Facebook page. If you liked us before, we hope that you'll like us again, and we'd really love to hear from you about which makeover tonight was your favorite and what you thought about the show. So please log back onto Facebook and like our new page for us. We'd appreciate it.
Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next week.